Today we are going to discuss the Cambridge reading passage about hearing impairment. First 1 to 6 questions are to find out the paragraph from which the given statements have been taken. First statement is an account of a national policy initiative. National policy की शुरुआत. This statement is taken from paragraph H. Let's see in the paragraph. The New Zealand government has developed a New Zealand disability strategy and has embarked on a wide-ranging consultation process. Next statement is a description of a global team effort. Global team effort का description. It is mentioned in paragraph C. Let's see in the paragraph. The International Institute of Noise Control Engineering, on the advice of the World Health Organization, has established an international working party, which includes New Zealand, to evaluate noise and reverberation control for schoolrooms. Next is a hypothesis as to one reason behind the growth in classroom noise. Classroom noise की growth के कारण की कल्पना करना. This statement is taken from paragraph B. Let's see in the paragraph. Modern teaching practices, the organization of desks in the classroom, poor classroom acoustic and mechanical means of ventilation such as air conditioning units all contribute to the number of children unable to comprehend the teacher's voice. Next statement is a demand for suitable worldwide regulations. एक suitable worldwide regulations की मांग या जरूरत. ये statement I paragraph से ली गई है. Let's see in the paragraph. A number of countries are already in the process of formulating their own standards for the control and reduction of classroom noise. Next statement is a list of medical conditions which place some children more at risk from noise than others. कुछ ऐसी मेडिकल कंडीशंस जो बच्चों को बाकी लोगों से नॉइस के ज़्यादा रिस्क पर डालती हैं. This statement has been taken from paragraph D. Let's see in the paragraph. While the detrimental effects of noise in classroom situations are not limited to children experiencing disability, those with a disability that affects their processing of speech and verbal communication could be extremely vulnerable. Next statement is the estimated proportion of children in New Zealand with auditory problems. New Zealand में auditory problems के कितने बच्चे हैं? This is mentioned in paragraph A. Let's see in the paragraph. The New Zealand Ministry of Health has found from research carried out over 2 decades that 6 to 10% children in that country are affected by hearing loss. Next 7 to 10 questions are to answer the questions. First question is, for what period of time has hearing loss in school children been studied in New Zealand? न्यू जीलैंड में बच्चों की हियरिंग लॉस की समस्या को कितने टाइम से स्टडी किया गया? Let's see in the paragraph. The New Zealand Ministry of Health has found from research carried out over 2 decades. So its answer is 2 decades. Now some students can ask that can we write over 2 decades? But because in instructions, there is written to use no more than 2 words. So if we add over then it will be third word. So we have to remove over. That's why its answer will be 2 decades. Next question is, in addition to machinery noise, what other type of noise can upset children with autism? Machinery noise के अलावा और कौन सा noise बच्चों को autism से upset करता है? Let's see in the paragraph. Autism spectrum disorders often result in major difficulties in comprehending verbal information and speech processing. Those experiencing these disorders often find sounds such as crowd noise and the noise generated by machinery painful and distressing. So its answer is crowd noise. Next question is, what term is used to describe the hearing problems of school children which have not been diagnosed? जिस hearing problem को अभी तक diagnose नहीं किया गया है, उसे क्या कहा जाता है? Let's see in the paragraph. It is probable that many undiagnosed children exist in the education system with invisible disability. So its answer is invisible disability. Next question is, what part of the New Zealand disability strategy aims to give school children equal opportunity? न्यूजीलैंड डिसेबिलिटी स्ट्रैटेजी का कौन सा पार्ट बच्चों को इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी पे फोकस करता है? Let's see in the paragraph. Objective 3 of the New Zealand Disability Strategy is to provide the best education for disabled people by improving education so that all children, youth learners and adult learners will have equal opportunity. So its answer is Objective 3. Next 11 and 12 questions are to choose two factors which are contributing to classroom noise. Classroom noise किन किन चीजों से होता है? Let's see in the paragraph. Modern teaching practices, the organization of desks in the classroom, poor classroom acoustic and mechanical means of ventilation such as air conditioning units all contribute to the number of children unable to comprehend the teacher's voice. So जो options दिए गए हैं उनमें से मैच करते हैं option A current teaching methods and option C cooling systems. Last 13 question is, what is the writer's overall purpose in writing this article? इस आर्टिकल को लिखने का राइटर का ओवरऑल पर्पस क्या है? Its answer is option C to increase awareness of the situation of children with auditory problems. बच्चों की ऑडिटरी प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में अवेयरनेस को बढ़ाना। तो इसका आंसर पैसेज में कहीं पर लिखा हुआ नहीं है, बल्कि पूरे पैराग्राफ का निचोड़ निकालना है। तो जो सभी ऑप्शंस में से बेस्ट सूट करता है वही हमें मार्क करना है। आई होप दिस वीडियो इज बेनिफिशियल टू यू। इफ यस देन प्लीज लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू दिस यूट्यूब चैनल। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।